Fly away, fly away, fly away.
So this is Dorsalis Part 3, Days 1 and 2 of the Everglades Challenge, as recorded here on this spot satellite tracking map required of all participants entering. So here we are on the morning of the Everglades Challenge with the sun rising behind us, ready to set off on the first day of the adventure at 7 o'clock sharp with the sound of the bagpipes. This is pretty much the track of the first day, setting off from Tampa Bay down to checkpoint 1 at Cape Paz Marina. Okay, so here we are, the first attempted video on the water, just off the beach from Tampa Bay, Fort DeSoto, and coming up on Annabelle Island. You can see a number of the sails up ahead from other boats that are participating in the process.
Okay, we're off Anna Maria Island. Just to give you a little look around. Hey there. Super. Like that Wind Rider. What's your tribe name? Sir Percival. It's great, awesome. Okay, it's about 3:30 in the afternoon. Wind has picked up quite a bit. I think I'm taking on a little bit of water, but I'm fairly far off shore, and I would just as soon not pull in to pump it out. I think it's giving me a little bit of ballast and helping me be more stable in the wind. We're about parallel with Ennis Airport, about maybe 20 miles into the first day. I'm making a little better time now than this morning. I was averaging about 3 knots per hour for the first 5 hours and made 15 knots. We should improve our time a bit, but still look at getting there after midnight if we continue with the present pace. It's a pretty day out here on the water. You can see some of the other Hobies. The Tandem Islands have a big advantage in the higher winds. They've got a much larger sail area and a longer water line. So I was ahead of them when we were pedaling, but they're pulling away now with the better wind. It's an interesting, amazing experience. Not easy at all, hard to deal with, but something well worth doing. We're out for now. Okay, I just had to put in on the beach back there off Venice Beach, and a very kindly soul came and gave me a hand. I was taking on a lot of water. It was submarining quite a bit, so I had to drain it out, and also popped a rudder pin. Broke another rudder pin trying to replace the broken one. Fortunately, I had 3 or 4 extra. That's worked out okay. I'm apparently about 9 to 10 miles from Stump Pass, which is a very pleasant surprise. Hopefully we'll get there around before 10 o'clock. And we'll decide at that point whether to bivouac there or whether to move on to another place. This is Dorsalis, out for now. This is Dorsalis. Well, it's sundown, as you can see, and I think about 7-8 miles from Stump Pass. Expect to make it there into CP1 by 10 o'clock, maybe even a little before, with this running sea and good sea breeze. got to turn the lights on and switch over to nighttime glasses and do a number of other issues, all of which is a lot more work to do when I'm alone, but that's part of the challenge, and this is the Everglades Challenge. We'll be in touch by now.
So here we are as an aerial view of Cape Haas Marina Checkpoint 1. Checked in here about 9:38 and spent the night launching the next morning after a good night's rest.
Hey, good morning. This is Dorsalis. It is Sunday morning, March the 2nd. I've just departed from Cape Haas Marina, which is right behind me off to the north there. It's a beautiful day, except that this wind as it's coming in here seems to be coming from the southeast. It was predicted to run from northeast here, which I hope it does. If it stays to the southeast, it's going to be a hard trip today. The goal is to get as far as Picnic Island. It's not that far down, but it's it's being South Carolina. Not put any more effort in than I need to. Try to make it Monday and Tuesday. Hopefully we'll be in touch today with exciting things and activities. In the meantime, this is Dorsalis. Hey there, this is Dorsalis. Well, I just went through under the Placida Bridge. You may see it over there. And I'm in Gasparilla Sound. Been beating against the wind all morning. It's been a miserable, relatively unproductive time. Water's flat. The day is actually very pretty. It would be great powerboat weather, but it's not great sailing weather. At least not for going to the southeast, which is where I'm going. The wind was predicted to be northeast, but it has not materialized that way at this point. I'm hoping that we'll be able to get a change in the wind to the predicted direction when the tides change. Meantime, we'll just keep plugging along. We've got a ways to go, as you can see. Got to get to the end of this bay, and then beyond that, around Sanibel Island. Up and coming. This is Dorsalis out.
One of the great things about being in a sailing vessel is that it seems to attract dolphins. These are a bunch that came in and played with the boat later in the day.
Well, this is sundown of the second day of the Everglades Challenge. Hopefully you can see the sun setting off to the west here on the west coast of Florida. Up ahead
is Chief, who sailed by just off Cayo Costa.
And a couple tandem islands off in the distance. I think we're going to try to make for something called Picnic Island tonight.
Finally arrived about 11 p.m. and bivouacked along with the 3 other boat crews, getting up the next morning to a beautiful new day. The Arrow is where we landed, and the Stars where I pitched a hammock. That pretty much ends days 1 and 2 of the Everglades Challenge. Stay tuned for 3 and 4.